thoughts on this afternoon then, Neil?
Oh, fantastic 3 points, which is what we wanted. Obviously, next game back after the Gresley game was a home game. I thought thoroughly deserved it. Fantastic performance, big crowd, which was good, and thought we dominated really from start to finish. Just disappointed we haven't scored more goals. You know, with the chances we've created and the interplay that we've had in the final third, it could have been double figures really.
You say there's a missed opportunity in some ways with the goal difference?
Not really, because I think we're plus 16, are we anyway? Plus 17 anyway, so not in terms of goal difference, just in terms of improving on the already high confidence that we've got. You know, you're at home, you've got 400 people watching, you start so well, you get a couple of goals in the first 10 minutes. So I think we had 2 or 3 disallowed first half, then we score again, then we concede a silly goal, and we just looked on the front foot all the time. Every time we broke or we got possession in the final third, we looked like we were going to score. And obviously 4 at half time, you're happy with that. I think we played really well second half. Some of the interplay, some of the final third possession of the football was excellent. It was just that the killer touch. I mean, their keepers made a few good saves. We had, in my opinion, 2 Stonewall penalties turned down.
Yeah, I mean, that was strange. I mean, because there were times when Simon Everall's gone through, James Dancy's gone through, and there were at least 3 where they were being pulled back in the box. Okay, they got shots off, but surely if you don't score, you've got to pull it back and say it's a penalty.
Well,
they're being blatantly pulled back.
They were fouls, weren't they? Two of them. It might have been 3, but there was definitely 2 Stonewall penalties for me. It was almost like I probably felt a little bit sorry for Market Drayton because we were so dominant. But you know, what's pleasing is that we managed the game well. Second half, we managed to not concede again. Look strong and solid, but we're creating, you know, a lot of opportunities, and you know, but for a couple of good saves and the 2 decisions for penalties, and you know, we're creating opportunities. We just need strikers to put them away more often, but you know, probably been a little bit picky when you've just won 4-1 at home.
But that partnership now, Simon Everall and Dan Cope, we've seen it blossoming. It's starting to look quite potent now because they seem to really complement each other. Yeah,
they do. They're both working really hard, and they're both similar strikers. They're both kind of off the shoulder strikers. That's probably their strength over holding the ball up, which as the pitches get a little bit heavier, you know, is more beneficial because teams don't like facing their own goal and having to defend and get them turned. So, you know, we know if we get Copey away or Simon Everall away, we've got a goal scoring opportunity. Little things to improve on, you know. I think they can hold the ball up better.
Watching the line a bit more as well.
Yeah. Well, we know that with Copey, we know that's an issue, and the fact that he plays off the shoulder and he's always looking to get in. I mean, he's got 15, 16 goals this season, so you know he's going to be offside. He's offside far too much for me, but yeah, and that's things we can work on. But there's just little bits of play, especially first half. We've got so much possession. We were dominating the middle of the park, and rather than wanting to get them both away, we want one to show, keep it. Set play up, build play up, so we can get fullbacks involved and get 2v1 situations. And we highlighted that at half time, and I thought second half they did that a lot better. There's still room for improvement with them too, but in terms of a partnership, since I've come on board, that's probably the best partnership we've got in terms of a strike partnership. And you know, Ryan Winter's learning, he's come on and had 20 minutes today. I think he's really improving some of the stuff we were worried about with him in terms of holding the ball up and using his physical strength earlier on in the season. He's now doing, and you know, I know he's only getting 15-20 minutes here and there, but you know, he's really pushing them to.
And Alex seems to be blossoming in this more advanced role, and he's, you know, you're getting better delivery out of him now and a little bit more consistency.
And I think strength-wise, he's kind of, you know, bulked up a little bit, and I noticed that in the Rushall game. And we changed shape a little bit in the Rushall game and personnel, and we left Levi out the Rushall game and went with a more conventional 4-4-2, and you know there's probably call today to go back to what we've been playing with, like a 3 middle of the park and an outlet. But Alex has done that well in the last couple of games. You know, we're loath to leave him out really because it gives us, especially at home when you need to be on the front foot when you want to try and win the game well. You want the likes of Ryan Edmonds and Alex Curtis on the ball because they've got good delivery, they're a goal threat, and they work hard, they get them down. And I'm pleased for Alex because he's showing more of a physical presence than he did, you know, obviously when he took over.
Stuart McNaught came in.
Yeah.
Bad introduction, right crack on the head. But, what's your thoughts about Stuart coming in? What's he going to add to the squad?
Well, I've been tracking him since the summer. He's back from a a serious injury from a couple of years ago, and then he's got himself back fit in the summer. Then he went to Sutton, didn't quite work out there, and he ended up with Cole. He's just back from 3 or 4 week out with a hamstring as well, so he's played the last 3 or 4 games for Colville. They were desperate not to lose him, but he was just one that's been on my radar that we've been looking at. Just missed out on him in the summer, and I've managed to bring him on board now. He's central midfielder, something I think we need to improve on, and we've got an abundance of talent now in there. Dakers, Dance, Levi I thought was excellent today for his 60-65 minutes, and obviously McNaught coming in, so it gives me good options into this heavy fixture backlog, or heavy fixture list now going into Christmas. And what McNaught will give us is pretty similar to what Dakers gives us. Height and presence, wins first and second balls, can play a little bit as well. But he's a presence middle of the park and knows his way around this level.
And are you still looking to add to the squad if you can, particularly with these 4 games coming up in such a short space of time?
Yes, yeah. We're trying to make one more signing before the Boxing Day game. I would hope it will be done on Tuesday evening. If we get that player in, I think with Jazz looking probably only a couple of weeks away from full fitness, the squad is looking really, really strong. You look at our bench today, we've got a bench full of starters basically. We could all start and do as well as the 11 that have started. So pleased, obviously bringing Macca in. If I can get this one over the line next week, it's obviously a busy period for Robbie with paperwork and all the officials at the league trying to get the paperwork through with Christmas and that. But if we can get it over the line Tuesday night, it'll be a big, big signing for us.
In the playoffs for Christmas, it's looking so tight. I mean, there's about 10 clubs in there with a shout, but you couldn't have wished for more than that, could you?
No, over the moon. Like I said to you, if we can get through this busy period now and still be in and around where we're at now, we've targeted the lads with a points tally that we think is achievable, getting through to January the 6th when we play Rushall there in the League Cup. So we've got 4 or 5 league games within that time, and we've given them a points target, which I think is more than achievable, to be honest. But if we get that points target, we'll be in and around 4th or 5th, and in with a good chance.
Brilliant. See you Boxing Day.
No worries, thank you. Thank you, and you. Cheers. Thank you.